Whenever your child plays a game, someone has to lose, and sometimes it might be them. So how do you handle the agony of defeat with your children? Sports doc Chris Stankovich joins us now to talk about what you can do with your child immediately after a bad game. And it can be anything from a board game to an athletic game, which is your specialty. So how do we help our kids, Chris?
Well, I mean, the first thing is you don't want to pounce on them. I mean, so many times we as adults want to coach and teach immediately after something negative happens, and we forget the kids are emotional, and when they're emotional, it's very difficult to be logical and to think clearly. So that's the first thing, is to not jump right in the car and start berating them about a bad play or trying to improve their skills in that moment.
Right, and we need to stay positive all the time, kind of turn the negative into a positive if we can, right?
Yeah, and find good outlets too. Being on the sidelines where you're very visible and that body language, and it's easy for everybody to see how upset you are. If you're a parent who sometimes struggles with emotions, maybe it's a good idea to take a walk and get that out of your system in another more healthy way.
Right, and everyone has to lose. At some point, you're not going to win every game, so we need to be realistic with our kids.
Be realistic, and after a loss, I mean, let the emotions flush out that evening. The next day, when everybody's more level-headed, get back to the drawing board, talk about it, and see where you can improve.
And I think your final point is great, because as parents, we need to always offer unconditional love and support, which is hard sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's the most important point today, frankly, is that unconditional love and support should always be present. These kids are not mini professional athletes. They're going to make a lot of mistakes. And really, the growth opportunities truly are processing those losses and adversity the next day or a couple days afterwards. You can learn a lot through that. So unconditional positive regard always.
Right, and it's great to see that positivity on benches when some teams might win 1-2 games an entire season. So that's a hard one for parents and coaches and kids to get through.
Well, you're right, and I think parents and coaches who are involved in those situations really have to roll up their sleeves and put a lot of effort into it, because it's tough to keep kids motivated and keep their spirits high when they're not doing so well, and when they're having an unsuccessful season. That's when you really get to test your mettle.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
the
you.
Sports doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich. Now, if you'd like to learn more on how you can help your kid cope with the agony of defeat, which does happen sometimes, check our website, onntv.com, and we'll get you in touch with Chris.